if you are landing on Infinity, in particular this website, you may think that what you see is all that there is. But really, if you switch to the multilingual version, you will see that there are other language articles in other languages. They are not visible to other people by default, and if in Lithuania, for example, I open the Infinity, I will just see the Lithuanian content. Only after some time of using it, I will probably discover that there is the multilingual option, and then once I click that, I can see the articles in other languages. It is intended to work like so. Because we don't usually find other language content really relevant to our everyday life usually. And the way Infinity is designed is so that you could actually, if you want to, you could share some item to other languages just by creating a translation of that item. So, for example, in the test version of here in the Play 000 LI, I can write some item. For example, I write a question. So let me actually access this by a user, and if I write something, so like hello world, this is a test post. Wonderful. I'm trying this out, and I just post that, save it. This post will be visible in English version by default, so because it's an English text here and we recognize the language. If now I switch to another language, it's not visible. But hey, what happens if I write something, let's say the user interface is in Chinese, and I write a new post in some language, let's say Lithuanian, Indian, I'll write some text. And I will just save that. It will detect that this is actually Lithuanian language, and if I go to this here, I won't be able to see it unless I switch to the international or interlingual version. Now I can see it. Another way is if I switch to the Lithuanian version, then I'll see it. So language detected makes it only visible to that language. Now suppose that this is a really good article that Lithuanians are discussing about, and you want to make it visible to some people in, let's say, in Japan. What do? Well, it's not available in the Japanese index, so if you go to the Japanese index by default, you cannot see it there. To make it visible, suppose you've got a great idea, right, and you want to share it with Japanese friends. You could actually just edit it right here and include the Japanese version. The way you do it is you use the described syntax in this in here. For example, if there's a about section, so let me actually go switch to English to describe that here, and there is help section. In the help section, there's a description, and we can include the language versions like so in the inline and multilingual. So you can actually do something like this: colon LT. This is the Lithuanian. Dot let's say Japanese is a Japanese. So let's say actually I will type Japanese, right? And let's say some kind of here the text, and also do as described in the help, and I would write something like that, and Uh, uh, so now I'll save that, and now this article will become available in Japanese too. Let's say this article has some comments. Let's say this is some comment, uh, some comment. This is a comment by a visitor. Now, okay, and what we've got now is this one comment, right? And if I switch now to Japanese, let me go to the index and switch to Japanese. And in the Japanese, I will be able to see this. 今年は新しい機能を試します。今日は新しい機能を試します。And you can see this article all written now in Japanese, and there's a comment which was in English, but it's auto-translated to Japanese, and there is a notice you can actually show the original comment. So the reason why we don't translate the content into all the languages because content is supposed to be high quality and authoritative. Sort of like if you write, you know what you do, you know what you write. But machine translation is not that at that level yet. So we don't want to include the machine translated content into the index. Only the comments are machine translated and included. So this is just a one use case of the site. So that if you really if you have got some interesting idea, you can actually ask our administrators. Administrators have a right to edit anyone's articles right now, or to translate to provide a authoritative translation, because we will have to also ask that from the original author. Right now, only the original author can edit, and it's basically if I'm multilingual and I have a good translation, I'm okay. I want to publish in some other language, I will add that translation like that. And the comments by default have translations naturally in all languages that are supported right now, so just 5 languages at this moment. Right, so this is about this particular feature of multilinguality, and hope you enjoy having international, intercultural, rich discussions with people here.